Welcome back to our review discussion for Star Wars Battlefront. I am Dan Stapleton. This here is Mitch Dyer.
Yeah, it is.
This is Brian that's Brian Albert. That's Brian Altano.
Yeah, it is. Hey.
It's good. We got name bar. I am part of conflict that I've always wanted to be part of. It really nails it. And all of that combined is like
The way Jabba's palace looks, or how gorgeous Endor is, and like the construction, the idea of like the architecture of these bears on Endor built. The instant ability to recognize what Star Wars is on film, I'm getting from this. Watching him fly in the air like he's getting yanked away on ropes.
Needs more Wilhelm.
It has plenty of
there's
Wilhelm.
so much Wilhelm.
There's no, I don't think you can put. Yeah, oh, there's tons of Wilhelm.
Dude, I went from hearing no Wilhelm during my entire like first week of play to playing a game on Hoth where I heard it 30 times in a row.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, the Wilhelm scream it's been in like thousands of movies, and it's like ah.
Tim the Toy Tower getting killed.
Foam core, like all the crap they use in the 70s, like it's all there. It's really cool.
But it's a best Star Wars game or no?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, Brian.
No.
Damn.
A really great story with a good twist that if you don't know, somehow go play that game before you get it spoiled. Like cool companions, building your own lightsaber, like come on.
Yep.
Like you get your own ship and your crew. It's just great. But for a long time, I was like, when is this going to start being like punching people or like hitting them with
Like a vibroblade.
Yeah. Like doesn't feel fun.
The beginning is very weird.
Yeah, and after a while, you're like this is pod racing, right? Like you get to that point eventually.
It's working.
It's working.
That's so wizard, Brian.
It's so wizard. But this game doesn't do that. It seems like you are on Endor right now. Don't die. So yeah, KOTOR eventually like beats it in the long run with that slow burn you were talking about. But I think I like that game better than Battlefront. But like different things. They're not trying to do the same thing at all.
Yeah, for me, it's up there, but it's no KOTOR. I think KOTOR like has endured for as long as it has because like you can go back and play that game now. It's like yeah, it's pretty ugly, but it's still like everything is still that is great about that game was great about that game still is great about that game. I think looking back at things like TIE Fighter, that also gives it a run for its money just because you know I personally prefer the space combat to ground combat.
It's a very Dan game.
So I'm going to put this, you know, up in the top echelon. Oh, and also Jedi Knight 2, I think, holds up pretty well, just because the implementation of force powers in that game is much of what I love about Star Wars.
Also, if we're talking at the time, Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, honorable mention to some. I wanted to say that real quick. There's what I really appreciate about this game, or at least my biggest hope for it, is it's nailing all these details right now. But I feel like it's still playing it sort of safe for the Star Wars. It's for the launch and getting people prepped for the new movie, and we'll do the Jakku and stuff like that, and we'll see some new heroes. But I really want to see like 6 months from now when the gloves are off and DICE can kind of go weird with it, and they can be like, "Hey, there's Wampas on Hoth now. You have to fight them."
That's what I really love.
There's a Rancor.
Yes.
That just shows up, and all of a sudden there's just like an evolve mode where it's like 5v1 and one of them's a Rancor. Like I want to see them start getting into the more weird, deeper stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I have a feeling as this universe grows and as this game series grows, we will get there eventually.
Hear that, Mitch? More crazy modes.
Yeah.
Right.
I would love like it seems to be a thing these days where like you have your it's its thing, and then it has a weird spin-off like the Old Blood for Wolfenstein, or like Forza had like Fast and Furious. Like I want something where they're
like Jeff Goldblum Nazi zombies.
Like
or
I want the weird.
You want the Blood Dragons.
Undead Nightmare Festival of
Yeti
Blood.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeti mode.
All right, well, that's our review discussion for Star Wars Battlefront. Thank you guys very much for participating, and thank you out there for joining us. We have an even split here on best or not best.
My man.
Be sure to weigh in on that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Star Wars.